Hi y'all, Julia here. Today is April 24th, 2022. I tried to make a recording yesterday and the wind just wasn't having it. You can see we got some pretty clouds today. Nothing like yesterday with all the rain we had. Hope everybody's doing great, whatever time of day this finds you. And I hope you're genuinely happy. And if you're not, you can remedy that by doing your emotional healing work. And a modality that worked for me, Language Lessons of the Heart, you can find in my playlist and saved playlist. Videos from Michael Harrell. But anyway, I was thinking about how, like Bill Hicks says, it's just a ride, it's just a ride. And what he's conveying there is really true, that, yeah, don't take it too serious. This isn't real. But I'm starting to see it more like a game rather than a ride. And it's one of these games, like in kindergarten, where everybody gets to play regardless of skill level. And if you're not really playing the game, say that it's a video game, then you kind of become like one of the non-player characters in the video game. So you just end up going through the motions of everything. See, here goes the wind again. I don't know if this one's going to work out either. We'll see. I have to make this video inside. But yeah, if you're not playing the game, you're kind of going to lose the game in that you'll just be controlled by the system. And the game is easy to win. You just be love, because love is like magnetism. It's self-generating. It gives you energy. If you think about how Bruce Lipton talks about the honeymoon effect, how when you're in love, you're just full of energy, you don't need to eat, you're just full of energy and ambition and creativity and all that great stuff. And it's, it's good to try to kind of stay in that state as much as possible. And it's really not that difficult, because love is self-generating. So if you can get into the love state, it just makes everything flow better. And you can just think of how much you love your kids or your animals or whatever, and get yourself into that frequency, and you'll see everything just relaxes at that moment. Whatever was going through your mind, because it is all in your mind. That's the bottom line. And whether you want to look at this more mystical or more scientific, with AI being in charge, AI is the demiurge, whatever, there's definitely a competition going on here. And the competition, I see it as between love and fear. And fear is illustrated in many forms, not just being afraid. Fear is hate, fear is envy. It's all the 7 deadly sins, the opposite of the 7 virtues. If you just go by the virtues, and primarily just try to come from love, to be love, to do everything from that state, you win this game. You win. You're going to be the top winner. So it really is that simple. Just be love, and I think that's what we're here for. To learn to be love, or remember how to be love, probably, and to co-create the reality we want. Once you get to a certain level, you'll create whatever reality you want. And then you have to be a real alchemist, so to speak, in that when you do have everything you intended and everything you want, that doesn't get you stagnant and doesn't make you bored and then start looking out to do things that aren't necessarily aligned with the virtues. So that's another step in manifestation, is what's your character after the fact, after you've manifested everything you want. What are you going to do then? Are you just going to sit back and hoard all your goods, or are you going to help others? So I think that's kind of next level when it comes to manifesting, and something to consider, because just personally I've noticed once I kind of get everything settled like I want, I'm like, okay, what's next? What's the challenge? You know, kind of tapping my fingers on the table, trying to figure out what to do next. So it's always good just to have in mind, you always just want to help others one way or another, and if you have that intention, that will be brought to you. The opportunities to help others will be brought to you. So those of you who are true wizards and good sorcerers and sorceresses, those people who can really tap into source, and some of you are just amazing what y'all can get as far as gnosis straight from source. And so many are getting good at material manifesting too. So let's all do the right thing with that, and pay it forward, pay it forward so we can continue to grow after we've manifested. I think manifesting is kind of a test in the game, if you will, to see if we truly are growing, if we're evolving, or if we're de-evolving. So yeah, and remember, when you manifest, you put your intention out there, you put some action behind it, maybe a ritual, whatever you decide. You have gratitude of how you're going to feel when your intention is manifest, and you let it go, and you don't worry about the hows. You just wait, and somehow things will work out, whatever it is. And we are magical divine creator beings, and whether this is a simulation or not, that's a fact. We are divine creator beings, and creator being a key point. So let's create and help others when we can. All right, thanks for listening. Ciao, ciao.